Thank you for taking the time to review this video, Primo Payday Assisted Setup Wizard. In this video, we are going to show you how you can run the Assisted Setup Wizard to successfully install the Primo Payday app within your Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central solution. To begin, we're going to select Assisted Setup. First, we'll click the search icon and we'll begin entering the word Assisted. It will then bring up Assisted Setup. We'll then select Assisted Setup. From there, if we scroll down, we'll see Setup Primo Payday. We'll see that it has not been completed, so we will select the button to begin the Assisted Setup Wizard. It asks us if we want to begin. We click Next. We begin the process. We're going to select the country for the tax tables we want to download, which is going to be the United States. We will click Next. At this point in time, it's going to download those tax tables. Do you want to create a payroll permission set and a payroll role center? Yes, we do. We'll then click Next. It's then going to ask if you want to set up any number series or if you want to stay with the default settings. In most cases, you're going to want to stay with the default settings. However, if you need to adjust the number series, you can adjust them here. We're going to click Next. Do you want to create default codes for the following payroll types? Yes, we do. It's going to automatically create the pay codes for all these different payroll types to successfully set up the pay codes quickly. Do you have any local taxes? We will say yes. Click Next. Do you have a state income tax? You could select multiple, or in this case, we'll just say one. Click Next. What's the state? We're going to enter California. And at this point, we're going to enter our primary state tax ID. At this point, you're going to select the different pay cycles that are applicable for your company. You may have one pay cycle, you may have multiple. Maybe you have weekly pay cycles for hourly employees and you have semi-monthly pay cycles for salaried employees. You select the correct pay cycles and then you'll click Next. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to configure posting setups? You will say yes, set yes to true. Next. At this point, we're going to begin selecting which posting setups we want to create. And it's going to walk us through the process of setting up those posting setups. So we'll start with the employee posting group setups. We'll set this to true. At this point, any employee posting groups that we have set up or that we want to set up, we can do here. And then we can apply those posting groups to particular bank accounts. And you'll then select the bank account drop-down menu and then click whatever bank account you want it to be. In this case, we'll say the operating account. We'll then click Close. Payroll earnings. We're going to set this to true. In this case, you're then going to select the bank account type and then enter the account number. In many cases, it'll probably be a GL account. So I'm just going to go down by hitting the down button and hitting G to populate GL account. And then I'm going to come in and enter my account numbers, whatever those account numbers may be. You may use the same account number. You may use varying account numbers depending on the actual payroll code. But we are going to stick with account 100, account 62100. And we'll just enter these different accounts, these different account numbers for each particular earnings code. And then we're going to click the Close button and move on to the next posting setup. Payroll withholding deductions. We're going to set this to true. Once again, you're going to select an account type and then an account number. In this case, most of your deductions and withholdings are probably going to be vendors or vendor accounts. So you can, once again, you can go down the list hitting the down arrow and then typing in the letter V and it'll populate vendor. You're then going to enter the account number for the correct vendor that you want applied to that particular pay code. And we'll just go down the list entering all the different accounts that we want set up for each deduction and withholding code. As you can see, it's just a matter of entering this information in, and then we're going to once you get done entering all that information, you're then going to click the close button. Payroll employer taxes, we'll set that to true. For payroll employer taxes, you're most likely going to be setting up a debit account. That's a GL account. And once again, you'll enter your account number that you want to apply to that particular GL account. And then for the credit type, it'll probably be a vendor account. So you'll select your vendor accounts. And then once again, you're going to enter the vendor account number that you want to apply to that particular code, that particular employer tax code. Okay. Payroll employer contributions, we'll set this to true. You may have employer contributions for health insurance or for retirement plans. In this case, we're just going to have a employer contribution for retirement plans. So the debit account is once again going to be a GL account. And we'll enter your GL account number, and then the credit will be a vendor, and we'll enter that number. And you'll click close, and then you'll select your payroll payment setup. In which case this can be whatever you determine, but in most cases it's going to be posting your bank account for both the direct deposit and physical checks. You'll then click close, you'll then click next, and we'll move on to the next aspect of the setups. Please specify information for tax forms. So in this case, you're going to enter the information that you want to populate on the actual tax documents they'll be printing out. And then you'll click next. In this case, we're not going to worry about importing signatures. However, if you do want to import signatures, you just set this to true, and then it'll ask you to select a file for the signatures you want to import. So you know we don't. We'll click next. If you want to create a test employee, we will say set this to true and say yes. We'll click next. And that's it. We're done. So now if we click finish, all of our posting setups are completed. And then if we go to our employees, we'll see that we've got our test employee set up ready to go right here. Thank you very much for watching this video. We look forward to working with you.